Hello and welcome to the first episode, kind of the pilot episode of the mobile video show. We are your hosts, Heike Stiegler.
Hi, and Christian.
Thank you. And Christian Müller, exactly. We had the idea to talk about mobile video in general as a big topic, as a growing topic, in our opinion, and to give you a little overview over our experience with mobile video and with our usage and with our projects where we use mobile video. In this format, we are going to talk about weekly about mobile video that can differ from special topics to usages to best practice examples to questions you send in or we receive in our work. That can be a wide variety of topics in our show, in our format. We don't want to be too specific at the moment because mobile video is a very broad and very wide topic. So there are a lot of aspects to cover and it will develop over time as this format will. As you can hear, neither Heike nor I are native speakers in English, so please be patient with us. We will learn and will improve, we promise that, but we are not there yet. And if you have any idea or any suggestion for us to get better, or if you hear one mistake repeated over and over and over again, please let us know. We will learn from it. So, Heike, will you introduce yourself to our listeners and viewers and give a little overview about your background and your interest in mobile video, please?
Well, thank you, Christian. What's my background? My background is 27 years in the TV business, in the public TV business. And during this time, I had connections 10 years with the European public TV stations. And in this case, I came in contact with mobile reporting, mobile video, specifically as a kind of journalism, quick, if I have breaking news, to use it very quickly. If I cannot get linked to a camera crew, I have my studio with me and I can shoot and can transfer it. And also I'm got trained from for me, the main and the leader in Europe, Glenn Mulcahy. He is from TG Ireland, RTE Ireland and TG Kaha, yeah. He's very, very great in this case. He knows everything about. I think he will complain against, but for me, it feels like he knows everything, and he's my mentor, and I'm almost observing what he is doing. And for me, mobile reporting, it's the future, I think.
Okay. So that's your background. You're coming from the big media companies, the big TV stations and radio stations. I have a little bit of different background. I'm a communication consultant, if you will name it that way. I work with little and small businesses. I help them to develop their communication strategy in social media, but also with video and to produce their own video, especially with mobile video, because the learning curve is here very small and it's not that complicated compared to big DSLRs or dedicated video cameras. But, and there is a little bit of a hook here, I would say. You have to know what you're doing for mobile video and more than with DSLRs. If you have the big equipment, the big gear, you're gonna get good picture quality, good sound quality, regardless or nearly regardless of your know-how and skills. With mobile video, you have to know a little bit more about what you're doing there if you want to get high quality video as an end result. But that brings us to our first topic. What is mobile video anyway? Heike, would you be so kind to define mobile video for our listeners and viewers?
I think mobile video, everybody has to define by him herself. For me, mobile video means that I am able to shoot, to record, to do everything what I want, the stories what I want to tell, to cover, just in this minute with my gears I have in my handbag. So that's why I'm still using the yellow handbag, and it's a regular woman handbag. And in this handbag, I have a completely TV station and a completely radio station inside. So if there is somebody coming up telling me a very, very interesting story, I will uh, use my tablet, my iPhone, my smartphone, have a little microphone, and will record the story either on radio, either only audio, or also with video. And it's very easy, it's very quick. And for me, mobile reporting also means that I can very easily edit it and transfer it to social networks, to blogs, and also to stations if they are interested in.
Yes, that's a little bit of a broad definition, I think, and it's interesting that you already mentioned reporting and post-production and transferring it, because that's steps that are way beyond mobile video and way beyond recording the video samples and the footage. Mobile video, in my opinion, the basic definition is filming or filmmaking with smartphones. That's the pure definition. Personally, I would add action cams and small mobile cameras below Micro Four Third, below DSLRs, something like a GoPro or the Gear Mini cameras, for example, small cameras which are not on the level of a DSLR but can be portable and can be used in different situations. So I think there's a little bit of differentiation here. Mobile video itself, in its core, is only filmmaking with smartphones and mobile cameras and mini cameras. But like you said, mobile video doesn't exist for itself. It always has a purpose. And there we are at the second topic of today's episode, I think. And that's the usage scenarios for mobile video. Before we come to that, I would love to talk about three main points why I prefer mobile video and where I see the strengths of mobile video compared to traditional filmmaking, for example. For me, there are three points. One, it's relatively easy and you already have the equipment needed, at least the essential equipment. Second, there's the old saying from photography, the best camera is the one you have with you. That's for most people today the smartphone, I think. And no, very little people, they're carrying a DSLR all the time. There are some people, but not a majority. And three, it's not there yet, but I think it's growing in importance. Smartphones are connected to social media, connected also to live streaming services and servers. So it is much easier to live stream an event, an interview, or whatever with smartphones than with big DSLRs. I know there are cameras coming out with Wi-Fi in them. I know there are a lot of them who can transfer via cable or can plug in a live streaming system. Yes, but if you're on the go, I think, and you have a reliable cell connection, data connection, a smartphone is, in my opinion, the easiest and best tool to stream something live or to give an impression. We have seen that a lot with Vine, Twitter, Instagram, with pictures and photos. And I think at the moment there is, I don't know if you recognize it, the German Football League, some German football clubs are telling the fans to not post Vine videos of goals because they want that for their TV, footage, and not on the social media and social networks. So it shows a little bit what mobile video can do in everyday life and how it influences today the media landscape. And I think we agree on this point. Mobile video is just in its beginning. It's in the early stages. It's developing at the moment, but we are not nearly seeing the full potential of mobile video because our equipment is getting better and better and better. If we look at the smartphones, especially the iPhone, in the last 7 years, it has developed from basically a brick who could make calls and have a little bit of email on it to a full-blown computer in your pocket. If you look at data connections, especially in Germany, but I think in USA it's worse than here, we are not even close to the full speed what 4G and other technologies can deliver in the future. And the camera is getting better and better in this smartphones. If you look at the actual Android smartphones or the Lumia series, they have cameras beyond anything we have seen in the last years. So I think it's a development that is just beginning. Yes, I know there are a lot of people who are in it for quite a few years now, absolutely. But I think we can agree on the point at the point it's not mainstream yet. We have a long way to go to get mobile video recognized as a viable option and a viable alternative for TV stations. They are using it right now, yes, but it's kind of, oh, we're looking into it and we're looking if it can work or not, but we're not so sure about it. You experience this every day, I think. What's
I
your opinion and your experience with that?
I would say, okay, I got trained in 2012, so it's 2 years ago now, and it was the first training we got, which was installed. Um, I think mobile video is running very long now, but the difference is everybody did when he went on travel on a journey. They are doing as long while it was possible with a mobile phone to shoot some videos, it was used. So mobile reporting or mobile video starts very long ago, but it was not proper work. So it's the difference to say for whom and for what you will using this. We are talking about
Yes.
mobile video, not in the case of making travel shootings when I am out with my family and see some water or some mountains or something like this. We are talking about the professional way to work with mobile video, I think. And in this case, yes, I agree with you. It's rather new, not very new, but still in a development. And I think it will come up in the next 1-2 years very, very strongly when the people will learn. And also you could see yesterday you run a session and the question and the question of such trainings and such sessions are now more and more coming up, and so the interest is woken up. And the
Yes.
people will come on and try to learn, and of course it is easy, so everybody can do it, but of course if you want to do it in a professional way you have to think about some issues you have to learn and you have to take care of.
Yes, as you mentioned, I was yesterday invited to the social media club Bonn, this German town nearby. I held there a talk about mobile video. You can find a little bit of an impression on Storehouse. I put a little review there, and I will put some in-depth article on sozial-pr.net, my website. I found it interesting, the variety of people who were there. Of course, everybody was social media active or interested at least, but there were very different people, from tech-oriented people to bloggers to communicators to social media managers. It was a big, broad variety of people and a wide scale. And I think that's something we discussed it in the before we turned on the recording, who we want to target with this show. And we agreed on the fact we are going to talk to people who are interested in mobile video. It can be different, will differ why they interested in mobile video. And I think there's a big variety of possibilities and of usages, of usage scenarios. You explained before your TV and radio stations are interested because you can do live interviews from the field, you can do reports or something like that very easy, very fast, and you can use opportunities you couldn't use with traditional equipment because you just didn't have it at all. You can do, for example, a live interview from an event without a big team or big cameras or satellite uplinks or something like that. On the other hand, there are small businesses, like my clients, for example, who just want to show what they are doing in their company, what they are doing in everyday life, how they interact, how they work, and want to show that to their customers or potential customers. And they want to produce their own videos. And there are the bloggers, of course, and the freelancers who just want to create new content and to supplement their blogs or their other communication with videos. And I think there are a lot more aspects and a lot more of usage scenarios even we don't know or think about at the moment, because mobile journalism, mobile reporting, video blogs, all that are just some aspects of a very big topic of mobile video. And I think it's a tool that's very ubiquitous, that can be used in many, many different ways. But I also think the basics are the same for everybody. Not if we talk about how you use the video after you record it, not if we talk about what are you doing with it in post-production and how do you manage it and how to deliver it. That's different, of course, depending on what you want to achieve with the footage. But if you're recording your footage, there are some basics we are going to cover in coming episodes, I think. And of course, for all the geeks and nerds out there, yes, we're going to talk about equipment. Well, that's naturally. And yes, you can use a lot of equipment on mobile video if you want to do that. At this point, I want to address two of the big examples in cases which were shown in public by Apple and by Bentley. You also know them. Apple produced a whole clip on iPhone 5S. Also did Bentley for their product show. Both showed also behind the scenes clip. And I think we can both agree that they have gone way over the top with this equipment that they used, and that it was more a proof of concept and a proof of, yes, we could do this with smartphones if we wanted to, than it was a productive use of mobile video, because they used dollies and sliders and camera cranes and whatnot else, equipment, thousands of dollars to use iPhones as cameras. And I personally think that's a bit over the top.
It's from my opinion, beside the scenes.
Yes.
These companies, they have the money, they can run really, really big studios and big movie companies. The very interesting issue of mobile video and mobile reporting is that you have your iPhone or your smartphone in your pocket. You have already paid it. You don't have to pay another very expensive camera. You can use it and you can come to the same result as you have a big camera. And of course, the experts will kill me now, but it's true. It is. Definitely.
As we said before, if you want to really achieve the same level of quality, you have to know your stuff, and you need, in my opinion, more know-how to get the same build quality and the same picture quality, the same video quality in your end result than with DSLRs. Of course, DSLRs require a different set of know-how, And yes, they are complicated, and yes, you have to learn them, definitely. But even if you use them in automatic mode, you will get most of the time good results. There's no question about that. With a smartphone, it's a different story. You have to think more about what you're doing before you're doing it, and you have to get better images and better video in camera. You have to do better in the shoot. You have to prepare better. You have to think it more through. I personally think, but that's only true if you want the high quality stuff. If you just want to do a video blog for YouTube and you just want to show people episodes from your workday, or you just want to tell people about topics they're interested in or you want to talk about, go on YouTube. You will find tons of video. They are not really great in picture quality. They are not that good in sound quality, something I personally think is worse than picture quality. And they are not professionally made. Oftentimes they only stand in front of their smartphone or sit in front of their computer and talk to it. And you hear it and you see it. And that's the point, they are getting views. They're getting recognized, people listen to them, people view it because they have interesting topics. There are even YouTubers out there who produce video I would call quality-wise not that good, and from the topic I don't understand why people are watching this. I really don't get it, but I don't have to get it because hundreds of thousands of other people find it interesting and watch and listen and learn. And that's, I think, the takeaway from our first episode. Mobile video is a tool you can use and you don't have to produce the high quality if you don't need that. It's always a question about your expectation, your target group, and your goal with what you are doing. And if you just want to talk to people, get your smartphone, take it. Don't take the back camera, take the front selfie camera and talk to it. Even that will work for the first few videos. There's no question about it. It will work, definitely. And last thought, if you really want to get into video and you're shy and you don't want to stand in front of the camera, then use your smartphone as an audio recorder and talk in it. And put together some PowerPoint slides or something like that, and put the audio file under the slides and export that as a video file and put it on YouTube. So you can show people your presentation and talk while you're presenting it. It's also a video and you can transfer knowledge and you can talk about topics. It's not exactly mobile video, that's for sure, but it's video and you can get into the medium. That's everything.
That's what I mean with mobile reporting. So I don't make the difference between mobile video and mobile radio or something like this. For me, it's mobile reporting, and that means audio, video, slideshows with recorded voice over, something like this. There are plenty of possibilities you can use and find out what's the best for yourself.
Yes, and I think we both agree on the point. Yes, you have to get a little bit of knowledge, but we are both in a way self-taught and autodidacts in this topic. You have taken more seminars than I. I am completely autodidact was regarding mobile video. I am self-taught here. But at the moment I'm teaching and coaching professionals to use it, which is not meant to brag about my competence, but to show a point. Learning by doing is the motto of the hour, I would say in German. Richard Goodyear, it's a very well-known journalist, I think. Even English listeners will know him. And he had a great video, I once blogged about it in German, where he said, einfach machen, just do it. That's the absolute essence of mobile video, I think. Neither of us had got into it if we had waited for the formal education to come to us, and if we had said we have to produce the best quality from day one. That's absolutely illusion, an absolute illusion. You never get that if you look at my YouTube channel and my first videos. Oh boy, they were not that good by any means, no. But it was a beginning, and I stuck to it, and it brought me to the point where I am today. And I know for you it's the same thing. The first videos, I'm sure you wouldn't do them today differently than you did them when you recorded them. But that's the point. We are
It's the
improving and
same.
learning.
It's the same like you start driving a car.
Yes,
You have to start with knowing nothing about either there's a car and it has four holes. No, not holes. Yeah, right. Sorry, excuse
so
me.
just to remind our listeners and viewers, we are Germans, we
Yes,
struggle sometimes to find the right English words. No problem with that.
wheels.
Wheels. Ah, the training wheels. Yeah,
And you have to improve and you have to learn, and as more you practice, as more you will get used to it. And this is the same with mobile video and mobile reporting.
definitely. To conclude our first episode, a little overview, a little view in the future, I would say, a preview of the coming episodes. We will cover, of course, equipment and apps. We will give you our recommendations for different platforms. We will talk about iOS primarily because we both use it primarily, but we also will talk about Android and Windows Phone. I myself am a big Windows Phone enthusiast, especially regarding mobile video, because the cameras and the microphones in these devices are just astounding. They're so good. I'm impressed with them, definitely. We will talk about post-production. We will talk about planning and preparing scenes. We will talk about formats, networks, all that stuff. We will have guests here on the show. It will not always be just Heike and me talking to each other. No, we're going to have guests either with both of us or with one of us interviewing them. And we would like to hear from you and read from you. You will find articles accompany this video and the podcast. You will get it as a video and an audio podcast. For all your listeners out there, if you go into YouTube, you will find this recording as a video with Heike and me in it, so you can see who is talking there, and you will have overlays here and additional information. So it's worth your time to take a look at a video, I think. So we want to hear from you. We'd love to hear from you. Give us your questions on YouTube, on our blogs. Send it in via Audioboo. Address us on Twitter or any other network. I'm sure you will find us if you're looking. We are not that hard to find on the internet, I think. And yes, if there are enough questions, we will answer them in every episode when we are only we two together. Or we will, if there are a lot of questions, do special episodes just to answer your questions. Take in mind, we are just starting here. So we are very, very excited about the journey that's to come, and we plan to do it quite a long while. We don't have an end date or something like that. We're going to do this weekly. We try to get the same day every week, but that can differ depending on our schedules. So please don't be mad if we come next week a little bit earlier or the week after a little bit later. That can happen. We try to squeeze it in our relatively full schedules. So yeah, it's going to depend a little bit on how we work and how much we have to do. That was from my side for the first episode of the Mobile Video Show. I hope you guys and girls have liked it, and we really love to hear your feedback and any constructive feedback to make the show better and tailor it better to your needs and your interests. Because if you're not interested in, we don't have to do this here. We are excited about it, definitely, but we want to deliver content that gives you the most benefit. Heike, Anything from your
Thank
side?
Thank you for watching us, and we are looking forward to your response, and see you next week, I would say.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.